vegan chat, you know. Let's talk vegan stuff. Maybe should have wrote something down. But really, we could talk about the evolution of veganism within the last 3 years. Really drastic change. More everything is come full circle to this intuitive, balanced, allowing your body to intuitively create a balanced diet, you know. But we came a long way, you know, from that. Only 3 years ago, it was a lot of people eating these huge mono meals. Not that it's bad to not mono meal once in a while if that's, you know, you're going for something or up to something. But, you know, it was in the mono meals, and then a lot of people shifted into the high carb, low fat. A lot of people then after that kind of shifted into that big, remember this water fasting that was a year and a half? Everybody was talking about water fasting. And then that brings us 2017. And then 2017, people started promoting more the intuitive balanced diet, you know. Maybe a little 2016 also, but it just kind of started to kick in. And I think a lot of people are thriving off of it more than they are with anything else you could, you know, people come up with things, and really nobody knows what you've done throughout your life with your body, and that's where your body and my body and everyone else's is different. Yes, of course, we all got the same organs and all this, and decades and decades of eating one thing, whether it's bad or good. It's created these certain things to where now maybe you have a hard time. You've created something, you know, your body is constantly evolving on such a fast scale, you know. Maybe for you, something makes you nauseous and doesn't digest well opposed to somebody else, you know. It's just, you want to eat intuitively, you know, and when you do, you don't have to worry about whether you're eating a balanced meal because your body is doing its thing. Even if people get caught up, you know, the whole thing where it's an intuitive balanced diet, it's that balanced part of that whole saying of what some form of a diet, I guess, just to call it that, go with it. You know, that balanced word in that is what's deceiving, is because your body will balance out whatever, and if you're trying to fight to have a more balanced diet because you notice you're only eating this and that, you know, that's where you don't want to do that. You just want to stick to it intuitively, because you're thinking on such a short scale, you know, you're thinking on day by day and week by week, and oh my gosh, within the last 3 weeks I've eaten all of this, I should change it up and eat your body's asking for that nutrient, that mineral. It's going to need it for 5 weeks. Trust me, you'll get over it, and you'll move on. But it's getting caught up in this trying to be balanced, to where then you're forcing and you're not eating intuitively, you know, you're not. So when you're getting food, intuitive eating isn't one of those deals where you can just go to the grocery store and buy 2 weeks worth of food and you know, you're not gonna know intuitively in 9 days from now what you're gonna feel like eating, and if you just bought the stuff, you're gonna be forcing things, and it's intuitive eating is a grazing. I always say it's like a grazing type thing, to where you never want to stockpile too much food, you know, unless it's like the standards. You get a big deal on rice or something, you know, or oats or whatever. But yeah, you never want to buy like 14 pounds of like grapes. You may not freaking want grapes after 1 pound, and your body's like, yo, I needed that boost of, you know, those antioxidants. Moving on, like, here you're stuck with 13 pounds. Still, you're always eating a balance. Trust me, you'll just crave it and you'll eat it like that. You're not gonna ever have to worry, you know. If you're lacking something, your body will instantly crave it and you'll get it. Or if you don't, your body will be pissed. But yeah, there's my little ramble on vegan, where we're at. I mean, what to say, you know, like right now. With all these evolutions of the vegan diet within such a short period of time, who's to say intuitive balanced eating is not gonna be like gone, and somebody like, no, you want to do this or that, or I just don't see it going farther than, you know, like, than intuitive balanced diet, you know. Then I see people straying from what feels natural, you know, like it's like, I think after this, you know, next year, year after that, I think we'll see straying off into these other diets that we've already experimented with, into the mono meals, and into the you know, high carb, low fat, like using them throughout times of our own intuitive balanced diet, you know, more, and always falling back to our own intuitive eating. But you know, I think people definitely settle in with the vegan diet, to where like then you know, it's not like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Once you know what you're doing, you know what you like to eat, you know it works well, you settle in, then it's like for you to be like, oh, hey, let's spend 3 weeks eating as many peaches as I can, you know, like, I'm just saying. Whatever, it doesn't seem like this like mandatory, like so drastic thing. It feels like, I think once people have that intuitive balanced diet, then they always feel they can just fall back to the norm. And no matter what they were doing in that diet, they were, you know, for those 3 weeks, maybe they were in it and they got really bloated, whatever they were doing, they got really, like, you know, acne, whatever it is. Everyone knows they can fall back. So I think that's what is good about people kind of like settling into their vegan diet. And I'd like to say, honestly, to end this video, like, I'm in and out of this vegan type lifestyle, like, in a way. Like, I'm always vegan because I save animals. That's how I feel. Like, I march forward towards as most vegan type things as I can, you know, at all times. Is it perfect? No. Like, I'm always, there's, you know, I'll see you guys later. Let me eat some of these.